What does encyclopedia mean? Because it sounds like a kiddie fiddler on a bike.
Well, it is very tricky, I grant you. Could get an idiot into trouble.
That's in that way.
Oh, what you're laughing at?
The entry for woman in the original version, Encyclopedia Britannica, it just says the female of man, see homo.
He will tell you everything you need to know.
Because he's their best friend. In the 1960s, an American called Dr. Harvey Einbinder, who so hated the Encyclopedia Britannica, he wrote a book... Exactly. He wrote a book where he listed all the things that were wrong in it. It was 390 pages long.
Oh, I like the sound
The Myth of Britannica.
What's his name?
Harvey Einbinder.
Does he only have one
We
binder?
meet at last, Mr. Einbinder.
It's a massive binder. Don't touch my binder!
Maybe that's why he hated...
This is the binder you seek.
Encyclopedia Britannica has 52 binders and I only have
Binder!
He might have pronounced it Einbinder for all I know.
Binder?
Now, how was it composed? Who wrote the entries and articles?
People on the internet.
That's now.
Sorry, yes.
That's your your Wikipedia.
Group of homos.
No, it wasn't a group of
Well,
homos.
if you ask a homo about everything, obviously they are.
I see what you mean.
Homos
I
are
see where
the-
you're coming from. No, it was experts in their chosen field.
Prince Edward.
So, no, in their day, contributors have included
Katie Price.
Sigmund Freud. That would be now. But in the past, it included Sigmund Freud, Albert Einstein, Leon Trotsky, Harry Houdini.
I only know 3 of those people.
And strangely, no women there at all. Is that because they were all off seeking homos?
I'm truly sorry. I apologise. I didn't do the picture research for this particular item. And if I'd found it, I'm sure...
We're used to it,
hope
don't
they'd-
worry.
Maybe
Someone
Marie
must
Curie.
have written about baking in the book.
I don't know if there's points given for bravery, but I think there's a certain... I have to respect that slightly, just in terms of...
I'm hiding in plain sight, Jimmy.
Maybe... I'd like to think Marie Curie had been asked to do one on
Yes.
radiation, for example.
You've got to hand it to him.
Just do that bit of singing again. Just do that bit of singing again.
Oh, that's the
See,
song.
you don't know me well, Trevor, but I'm on the turn, I'm telling you.
You've only got Jason and Alan left to seduce, Trevor. I have to say.
He's a cracking fella.
We're all... So, now, I want you to take one of those each and tie yourselves together, as it were.
This has gone quite dark.
Yeah, it's just...
Just me. It's like a party game in the 70s.
So, put each one of those around your wrist. No, don't undo it.
Well, I can't get
Oh,
my hand
sorry.
through that, can I? Little cock grab, that is.
Try with this one. Give me that one back.
More like it.
Put your wrist through. That's it, and then do that, so that you're tied together.
Okay.
Yes. Is that
All
right?
right. Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, without undoing the knots. Untie yourself.
Oh, I see.
Don't turn around, don't turn around.
You go through there.
Yes! Yes!
Emphatically no! Completely not.
Hang on.
I've got it. Right. I've got it. If I do a forward flip...
Yeah.
Right. Let's see if we can get...
Oh. Oh?
I think technically you're now married.
What? I'm coming down. I'm coming down.
You two hold it for a second and watch, because I think Sue was on something.
OK, this is what we did when we were regularly handcuffed together as children.
You mustn't untie the knot, but... Ooh. Yay! Brilliant. So, moving on to self-knowledge. How do you know when you've had enough?
Someone always tells me.
It's literally... It's a tap on the shoulder, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Jimmy...
It's the cold steel around both wrists. And the clanging of the door. And the one phone call. I've had enough. Who am I speaking to?
This is... Oh, this is exciting. This is a remarkable substance. It's called polyethylene oxide. And it's very gloopy, and also it reacts rather excitedly under ultraviolet light. And Alan and Victoria got ultraviolet torches, and you can point them at it. And I think we might have some ultraviolet light in this studio.
Shall I point them now, sir?
Yes, please do. Oh, look, see? Wow. Ooh. Now, what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to stand up to do this. It's a very remarkable effect. The effect is when you pour it, if I get it at the right angle, it pulls itself out of the flask and into here. It flows uphill and out and down again. All right. There we go. Oh, it's pulling itself up, it's pulling itself up. You see what I mean? It's pulling itself up from the bottom. If you look at the top one, wow. It's actually flowing uphill there. Did you see that?
Wow.
And then it thins out into a little trail of snot. I'll try this again. So we'll just get a...
That's like when it's like when you have a wee after a Barocca, isn't it?
It is! That's exactly what it's like. Oh, goodness. It's so disgusting. Polyethylene oxide. I don't know what else...
What's it used for?
It's a very good masturbatory lubricant. Particularly in the dark.
Yeah.
All right, let's try
A little bit
again.
awkward getting two friends to hold the torch, though.
Yeah, there we go. That's pulling itself up on this bit. Thank you. On the side of keeping still, how hard is it to be a nude model? Don't you remember that,
Oh, that was a good night.
It's the woman second from the left who seems to be most enjoying the view. The one with the orange scarf.
He's going to need a bigger pad than that.
They're all just drawing sections of you, aren't they?
I'll do the helmet.
Right.
Were you being funny there, or...?
I think it's Photoshop.
Oh, it's not real!
I got this little test tube. Here we are. Right. And with any luck, the audience might have some bubble wrap too. They're waving their bubble wrap. Thank you, audience. Do not pop it. This is a really important exercise.
So what do you mean, don't pop it?
Don't pop it. Do not. No. This is really important.
OK, OK.
No problem. This is a test of your worthiness. Don't pop it yet.
One of mine's already popped. I didn't do it.
No, that's all right, as long as you didn't. Because in 2013, a group of Yale psychologists, they found another use for bubble wrap, which was to measure aggression, all right? They showed pictures of cute animals, all right? And would... no, wait. Stop it. People were told to pop bubble wrap as they watched. They thought that it was a test for their motor activity and memory. In fact, it was a test for what's called cute aggression. If you see something very cute, you start popping more and more. Not because they wanted to hurt the animals, but because they were frustrated at not being able to touch them and cuddle them. And this is called cute aggression. It's when you kind of go, oh, Oh, like that. So, audience, hold your bubble wrap. We're going to show you some very cute animals, and it's all up to you.
OK.
Let's start with the cuteness.
Oh, dear.
That's not. Come on, that's not that cute.
It's
not that
dead.
cute.
It's kind of dead.
He's not that cute. Yeah, I think he's been shot. He does look like he's been shot.
Oh, the blue-eyed
No, not that cute. Not worth a pop.
Yeah, that's getting quite a few pop.
Look at his little eyes.
No, I'm not done yet. I want a dog, and then I'm going to pop my load.
That's the first time I've heard that phrase
Yeah,
since last night.
Oh,
That's
that was
pretty
the
cute.
last one.
It's not cute, Ginger.
Now, how can you knock a building down with a feather? Like the Shard, for example. You could knock it down. I could knock it down, if I prepared things correctly, with a whisk of a feather. But not using any electronics.
Very large feather.
No, I've actually got the feather here that I'm going to use. It's nice and pink, so it stands out. That would be the feather I would use.
Do you tickle the architect while he's doing the plans so that they're all off like that?
It falls out.
And then they make it go. It didn't work. Stephen was tickling him with a feather.
Cunning thought, but no, this is the existing standing Shard.
And you could reduce that to rubble with a feather.
Yeah. Shall I show you? I'll show you the principle. This is my little template to show me where I have to go. Let's see that I got them down. Here, and here's my big... Oh, it's my big load. Oops. There we go. Now, what we've got here is, in varying sizes, kind of dominoes, you can see. And the idea is that each one is just 1.5 times bigger than the one before it. And it may seem like a very little amount, but what we're going to do is make a really loud bang with this.
What is that meant to be like the
Dominoes,
Shard?
it's the domino effect. You would aim this at the Shards,
Yes.
and you'd only need 24 of these. Each one just 1.5 times bigger than the one before it. That's the point.
And with the...
You'd only need 24, and the last one would utterly destroy it.
Blimey.
It's the exponential increase of mass, just by going 1.5 times bigger. It's all right, it can only fall... Yeah.
I've got a splinter off my broom now.
Careful. Right, here we go.
We've just made the security services job that much more harder. You can bring down the Shards.
Here we go. So
Who needs
you
to
imagine...
hijack aircraft anymore? We're going to QI's giving it away.
You imagine this increasing up to just 24, and you'd start with one movement of a feather and all the potential energy stored in these and all the mass of them like that, and you just have that effect like, whoa.
Wow!
There you go. Pretty good, isn't it? That's brilliant. Recent research, however, from the Australian National University suggests that good-looking men earn 22% more than not good-looking men.
Yeah, because they're attractive,
Yeah.
or because they're
Yes.
from Australia?
No, within Australia. They're all Australian. Within Australia, the 22 better-looking percentage. A study of female golfers also found that they were better. They shot lower scores. And the theory is that they were more likely to have offers of sponsorship and therefore just played that much harder, knowing how much money they would make.
But surely it's about confidence as well. If you look in the mirror and you think, wow, I'm a dish, then you get out there and I can play golf.
Yeah, I suppose that's right.
But if you look in the mirror and weep...
And think, what a job.
Well, I look in the mirror and I like it.
Yeah, and so you bloody well should.
I never look in a mirror. My partner's much taller than me and she put them all up, so I have never...
I don't have mirrors, I have windows at street level and I just pretend I'm different people. I just walk past at the same time and go, looking good today. Let's get out to that meeting quick while I've got that nice suit on. And I realise I'm wearing a bin bag.
Now, we have a knick-knack exploding custard powder experiment. For something to explode, you need certain things. You need something to light, in this case, custard powder. You need something to light it with, and you need oxygen. But you need a little bit more than that, because if I try and light this custard powder, you will see... that nothing happens.
The trick custard powder!
It doesn't. The whole point is nothing happens.
Nothing would happen with that. It's
Because
custard,
I bet
you fool.
Heston could make it burn.
He couldn't in this state. No? What you need in order to get something like custard or any powder, even metallic powder, to burn and really burn, is one of these ordinary, everyday objects like this. As you may see, I have a funnel, and I have some safety glasses to save my beautiful eyelashes, and I have a lighter. And
I miss Jacques Cousteau.
And I have a pump. I have a pump. I have a pump that rather wants to fall over. So we'll just raise this here so it doesn't fall over. OK, now, what I'm going to do...
I don't want to know what you're going to do.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the custard powder in this funnel, and I'm going to present a flame across it. Oh. Yes. Yes. Be afraid, be very afraid.
Could I use Alan as a human
No,
shield?
you're the shield. You're you.
Oh, my God. There's flame. There's custard powder in there.
I feel the need. The need for speed.
All I need to do...
Where are you going? Where the fuck am I?
I'm going to the pump. I'm just going to the pump, because I'm going to pump...
We are now nearer than you!
Can you see what I'm going to do? I'm pumping air...
There's just too many double entendres. You pumping custard.
Stop it. Are you ready for me to pump the custard?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Yes, I'm ready for you to pump your custard.
I need a countdown from the audience.
This is not how I wanted to go.
Audience, I want you to count me down from 3... 2... 1... Wasn't that dangerous?
It's quite warm there, actually.
There's,
If I've been sitting there, I could have been ignited. I could have been ignited.
you could have been covered in hot custard.
Nobody knows what colour petrol
Well,
is.
quite, exactly.
Because it goes into your car and see it.
Yeah.
That's right.
They used to
Any colour.
No one has ever checked.
Nobody's ever got what colour this is.
They used to have pink or blue diesel, didn't they, for
Yeah, red
farmers?
diesel.
For
Yeah,
farmers.
which you're not allowed to put in your car, and I don't.
No, quite right.
Evading tax, Jeremy, it's a slippery slope. Go all right.
There's various people who were given the title of the last man to know everything there was to know. Erasmus, Leibniz, von Humboldt. And this man here, Kircher, his name is. He was a German Jesuit, Athanasius Kircher. And he certainly was very interested in lots of things. He was lowered into Vesuvius. He believed the bubonic plague was caused by microbes, well ahead of germ theory. Claimed falsely to have interpreted Egyptian hieroglyphics. He regarded things like magnetism and love as branches of the same topic, attraction, which is a very QI way of looking at things. I like that. Yeah.
But the cats, though, what are the cats doing?
Well, we'll come to that. Some things he got right. He denied the possibility of flying tortoises. I don't know if he raised the possibility, but he damn well squashed it. Said, nope, there won't be such a thing as a flying tortoise. But he did invent the megaphone and the Katzenklavier. Clavier is, in fact, German for key, from claven, Latin key, but it's the keyboard instrument.
The cat playing the piano. He invented YouTube.
I'm afraid for cat lovers it's a little bit more disturbing than that.
Oh, gut string.
No, not catgut. No, arrange live cats in the right order according to their voice.
And you play...
Drums.
And then,
That's awesome. Oh, if only they had YouTube back then. The outrage on the
Another
keyboard
thing for your list, isn't
It's
it?
on the list, yes.
Got to get one of
their
those.
tails are fixed in place underneath hammers, and when a key is pressed, the hammer hits the corresponding. You can even get chords, and of course there's dynamics. The harder you hit, the more of it.
It wouldn't necessarily have to be cruel. You could get the same mechanism, but just have it sort of tickle the bollocks of a cat. It's not like... As opposed to...
For a trill.
What do they think? You have an A cat and a B cat and a C cat?
I guess it just go around.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But there are only 6 cats and there are more than 6 keys, so...
Well, that's true. That's a limited range. It's very
Experimental music.
experimental.
all the other keys hit mice inside the box.
Look at this. Oh, I've got this.
Yeah, let's some of that.
OK, now it's going to be quite a violent reaction to this, as I'm sure you've all seen dry ice, as they call it, going into. And I've got here, this is sort of bubble, you know, like bubbles.
I don't know where that's going.
Blow bubbles. So what we're trying to do is make little smoky bubbles. It's a little sort of Christmassy effect. Oh, God, I hope I can get the lid on in time.
Get down there.
Whoa, hey, yay! Whoa!
Lid is on, lid is on, lid is on.
It's going everywhere!
Bubbles! They're my little bubbles.
Oh.
There's one, look, big one. Pop it. Bing! Smoky bubble! Smoky bubble! There we are. Whoa.
I've gone completely reflective.
Oh, there you are. Look at you've made a bauble.
Look at that.
You've made a bauble because your little experiment invented by Mr. Tollens is one of the things he used was silver nitrate, the same thing used in film photography, and that is silver.
Wow.
You've got this beautiful silver bauble
Can
that
I
you've made just by
say,
mixing those two chemicals.
I've just seen myself. I didn't realise that I looked like Last Christmas by Weight Watchers Wham.
There's one man who's in micromortis we don't know, is Yasuhiro Kubo. And he's a Japanese skydiver who jumps out of a plane without a parachute and then collects it from a partner on the way down. And we don't know his micromort because he's still alive. And it may be that he'll do 4,000 jumps and then die.
Be a good dumb show. You could see if you see them falling, and then he goes over to the bloke who gets the parachute, and you see the bloke go...
I knew there was something. Oh, that is so distressing. Anyway. But I'll show you this little thing here. And what's strange about this is that I can spin it one way, but not the other. If I spin it anti-clockwise, it goes very happily anti-clockwise. But if I try and spin it clockwise, it not only will resist, it will stop and spin anti-clockwise. As you'll see. So I'm now going to try and spin it clockwise.
Because of the shape, the particular shape.
Well, that obviously is the reason, yes.
Yeah.
Messing with it, you're twisting its
And then it goes round again.
Yeah.
So, and then round and round and round again.
That's extraordinary, isn't it?
I know, it is very mysterious.
You've got to have the right flick of the wrist, which you're clearly very good at, Stephen.
What if you did a murder with your reflex? If someone sort of attacked your knee and then reflex, you had a knife attached to your shoe or something, and you killed them, would you be able to say, but the reflex, it didn't go to my brain, it only went to the bottom of my spine, so I didn't really do it?
Yes.
That's how when you're driving and you have an automated response. It's called like murder by automaton, but you don't go to prison. So if you sneeze, for instance, and then you run someone over... Someone sneezed!
Yeah. Talk about a reflex.
That means there's been a murder!
Has murdered someone.
Now they know they'll get away with it.
Wow.
It's something like...
If you walk into a room with a gun cocked, sneeze, it goes off, you kill someone, you're in the clear.
So if you want to kill your wife, what you do is you drive down to Dover, you get her right up against a cliff, and then you put your leg behind her and then get a doctor to tap the knee. There she goes.
And the doctor would go to prison.
That would act up.
The doctor would go to prison.
I think so.
What if he was sneezing as he tapped the knee?
The perfect crime. Yeah. Broadchurch Series 2.
What I'm going to do is I've got 3 bricks here. And it is...
It's like the first ever game of Jenga.
It is. OK. Right, oh, God. I have to focus my energy. I know it's all right, it sounds... But I have to focus. I have to go through. I have to... Oh, God. I'm so nervous now. Oh! OK, but even more. I got another load here, and this time, in theory...
You're going to do it with your penis?
In theory here, ow. So choose top, middle or bottom?
Middle.
Oh, no. OK, I can try and break just the middle, then.
I bet you Chuck Norris is crapping himself.
I'm going to try and break just the middle one. Again, this takes extreme focus and extreme pain. Go through it. I just don't want to do this.
You don't want to do it again.
And your cramp.
Yeah, it's look, it's done that. You see, that's it.
It's a medieval torture.
Yeah, this is what they put round royal dogs to stop them nibbling their stitches.
Imagine the crown mate.
Has your head lost weight?
It has, yes.
It's lost even more hair than when we started. Sorry.
Yes, I do apologise.
You're welcome to take it off.
We're going to need a bigger king.
You can abdicate. No, that's going to hurt.
Like
Just no.
2-year-old take her clothes off.
Bill, try and get it down the other way. Try and get it down the other way.
So try and go through it.
Yeah, try and go through it. I think this is... Come on, Bill.
And that's the last we ever saw of him.
That's not good. That's not a good look.
I was thinking of Zoidberg from Futurama.
Honestly, you look fine. You look fine.
So like something out of Lord of the Rings now. And you're more than ever.
I'm going to put this as my passport photo. What do you do? I'm a fighting king. What do you want?
And now it's time for one of my knickknacks. Crikey, how did that get there?
What a marvellous outing for the word crikey.
Yes. I'm going to demonstrate to you how a chain reaction takes place. Imagine these are little atoms. And what I have is a series of mousetraps used for, obviously, killing mice. Fortunately, no mice will be harmed in this experiment. All you will see is the spectacular sight of random and explosive chain reaction caused by one atom touching another, which are all in
Ball
series.
number 16, the 8th appearance this year.
Yes. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Good night.
Well, we've run out of exploding custard powder, but we are blowing up cars with a tank. A brand new series of Top Gear starts Sunday night at 8, only here on BBC Two.